The Key of Solomon is a family of closely related historic grimoires legendarily attributed to Solomon, the biblical magician king. Most famously, MacGregor Mather's 1889 English edition presented 44 Hebrew seals, commonly called the planetary pinnacles. However, it offered very little guidance for how to work with them. Sara L. Mastros, a leading teacher and practitioner of magic, translates and interprets each of these pinnacles and presents practical methods of working with their magical powers, creating a clear, accessible user's guide. In the Sorcery of Solomon, Mastros places the Key of Solomon in a historical and folkloric context, presenting a complete, fresh translation of the 44 pinnacles, all of which have been newly illustrated. She guides the reader through the process of working with Solomonic pinnacles and more, primarily intended for intermediate-level magicians who already have a basic knowledge of spellcraft. The Sorcery of Solomon is also appropriate for beginners who are willing to do a bit of extra homework. This book has all the right people singing its praises. On Amazon, you'll see the likes of Jason Miller and David Rankin, two highly respected ceremonial magicians, offering their proverbial thumbs up. And there are a half dozen or so more pedigreed authors adding their voices to this, and a fair number of 5-star reviews floating about Amazon, Goodreads, and more. The people are digging this book. The celebrities are nodding in approval. So what did I think? Yeah, it's pretty good. It has its hiccups, but it's largely a successful re-examination of Solomonic magic, presenting a workable system for performing magic for late beginners, I'd say. It's the sort of book where some previous knowledge of the basics would be advised. For someone who read and reread MacGregor Mather's translation in the 80s, I really enjoyed the greater depths that Mastros mined, and the improved illustrations are a proverbial godsend. Weiser really put together an attractive package here. Mastros has a clear narrative voice, scholarly and succinct, but at times more grounded and earthy, especially when she shares personal anecdotes. She's immediately likable and authoritative, which is often a tricky combination. While I have personally moved away from this sort of magical practice, save for instances where it's called for, I can appreciate the multitude of layers within it and the dedication required to embrace this sort of work. This is certainly a book I would recommend for someone interested in embarking on this magical journey. Mastros is a good teacher, and I think that the Sorcery of Solomon, alongside other works such as Mather's classic translation and the writings of magicians such as Dr. Stephen Skinner, should all be in one's personal arsenal. The Sorcery of Solomon deserves a place in any occultist library who seeks to have a comprehensive collection of important works in the field. The Sorcery of Solomon is available wherever books are sold, and I recommend it highly.